A large quantity of jewelry just arrived. There's a huge variety of styles available. Earrings, necklaces, rings, literally everything. Some pieces even include butterfly designs. The price for a single set is only 0.2 yen. There is so much to select from. If you like what you see, come and purchase it fast. Plenty of stock is available now. A vendor in Yiwu is also dealing with an inventory of over 2 tons of rings. The rings are all stacked up in their packaging, forming absolutely huge piles. At a jewelry wholesale market in Guangzhou, large bags of gold accessories fill entire shelf rows, waiting for wholesale buyers. Both Guangzhou and Yiwu offer amazingly cheap prices for items such as bracelets and necklaces, attracting numerous shoppers. A lot of pieces are sold in bulk, with prices ranging from just a few yen to several hundred. Some earrings have prices as low as 1 yen each, yet these extremely low price tags often mean the product quality is compromised. The metals utilized could be low grade and the plating might be poor, or they might contain excessive levels of heavy metals. Such materials can lead to health issues like skin inflammation or allergic reactions. If a woman frequently wears inexpensive accessories, will it make her look bad? No, it certainly won't make her seem cheap. It might, however, be quite dangerous. I found a news report today, but few people are talking about this issue. It appears the jewelry we wear could be a slow poison, even something that causes cancer. The earrings I checked, marked as 925 silver, actually revealed yellow copper after being scratched. Even more shocking, the sellers brazenly claim they can stamp any item with the 925 mark, no matter the material used. The industry clearly risks our health for profit. I tested 8 earring pairs. 3 had nickel levels 61 times the safe limit. Nickel compounds are carcinogenic. Long-term exposure causes skin issues and even increases the risk of lung cancer. You think you're wearing earrings, but you're carrying invisible toxins. Notice some identical earrings cost way more? Some claim to be sterling silver, but cost pennies. You wear them, then immediately get red, swollen, and itchy ears. You think it's an allergy, but the issue is the earrings. Many women buy based on looks, ignoring quality. Health should come first. On November 23rd, news of cheap jewelry containing cancer-causing materials went viral, sparking safety concerns about Chinese-made gold and silver. The report showed 17 of 21 samples had insufficient coating. Silver coating was only 1/8 the standard. Another bracelet's gold was just 1/16. Most shockingly, earrings from a Guangzhou market contained cadmium as the main component, exceeding safe limits by over 9,000 times. Recently, patients visited PK University's People's Hospital with swollen, peeling skin after wearing alloy jewelry. Doctors diagnosed jewelry dermatitis linked to metals like nickel and cadmium, which are frequent culprits of allergic reactions. A Shanghai testing agency noted that nickel and cadmium are known carcinogens. They accumulate in the body, becoming hard to metabolize. Prolonged exposure raises cancer risks. Women should not be tempted by low prices. I waited until CCTV exposed this before making my video. Cadmium is now a core material in silver jewelry. Ordinary silver tarnishes because standard 925 silver contains 7.5% copper, which causes the color change. Consumers want silver that stays bright. So, non-tarnishing silver emerged. Merchants claim it uses German or US coating technology. Yet no safe, affordable coating exists that prevents tarnishing without costing more than the silver itself. Manufacturers turn to nickel and cadmium. Nickel triggers allergies, but cadmium is far more dangerous, toxic, and carcinogenic. What level is safe? Anything above 0.01% already exceeds strict safety limits. Tests showed cadmium making up over 90% of some jewelry. The blogger explained 2 testing methods, destructive and non-destructive. Non-destructive testing only checks the jewelry's surface. Certificates may claim sterling silver just because the outer layer is silver. Destructive testing involves breaking samples for analysis. It is expensive, so only big brands sold in stores can afford it. Online jewelry might seem cheap and shiny, but estimates that 90% contain dangerous materials are optimistic. Untested items are worse. Toxic heavy metals and substandard gold content are not isolated issues in China. On August 23rd, CCTV exposed these problems, raising public concern. This is sand gold. It looks like gold, but has much less gold content. It's just a trick. Sand gold doesn't actually exist. With high gold prices, sand gold appeared in China. These shiny pieces cost a few dozen to a few hundred yen. Sellers market them as affordable alternatives, using names like Vietnamese, Thai, or Myanmar sand gold to attract customers. On e-commerce, these products sell in huge quantities, with hosts claiming they never fade or damage. This draws many young buyers. However, serious health risks hide behind this sand gold trend. In October, media revealed some sand gold had nickel levels thousands of times above standards. In China, even gemstones like jade, emeralds, and diamonds are mass-produced counterfeits. Look at this stone bracelet. We dip it in dye, adding strong acid and fluorescent powder to make it shine. We mix and cover. This acid washing and dyeing process removes impurities and colors the stone, making the bracelet look vibrant. This method is harmful. Wearing dyed bracelets long-term is dangerous. This fake bracelet was treated with strong acid, destroying its crystal structure to look transparent. Cracks may contain leftover hydrochloric acid, so don't wear it. Wearing it can cause red, swollen, ulcerated skin. This fake jade bracelet was acid-treated and dyed. It looks beautiful, but toxic chemicals cause serious reactions. Tests showed these two rings contain synthetic cubic zirconia. Fake diamonds vary from 20 yen moissanite to 50-cent cubic zirconia. At Hangzhou's Quality Testing Center, staff examined 2 rings bought from a live stream as lab-grown diamonds. Both stones were proven fake. Fake lab-grown diamonds are professional, coming with fake English certificates. Stamped with 18K gold or platinum 950, they look real. NGTC testing revealed the stone was cubic zirconia, and the band was silver-plated copper, not gold. Cubic zirconia, CZ, is the veteran of fakes, previously called Soviet diamond or zircon. Sellers now call it high-carbon diamond. It tries to mimic real diamonds. Among imitations, cubic zirconia offers the best value. A 1-carat CZ on a silver-plated band costs pennies on Taobao, but with a fake certificate, it sells for thousands. In 3 months, CCTV twice exposed the heavy metal poisoning chain in China's low-end jewelry industry. These are not isolated inspections, but a systemic public health disaster. Swollen wounds and increased cancer risks are not abstract issues. Real people are paying for misplaced trust with long-term health damage. The CCP pretends these are just a few bad businesses. After CCTV exposed the truth, people realized the scale. Cadmium, a Group 1 carcinogen, was found at 92.8% in one sample, over 9,000 times the limit. This is clearly not an isolated case. Businesses use cadmium because it's cheap, makes jewelry shiny, corrosion-resistant, and reduces electroplating costs. Low-quality products displace good ones. In Guangzhou, Changsha, and Yiwu, 99% of stalls sell toxic jewelry. In 2013, Shenzhen found fake silver. In 2018, Shanghai found 30% of children's jewelry had excess lead or cadmium. In 2021, Yiwu sold copper-coated as sand gold. In 2023, Dad's Review found cadmium exceeding limits by thousands of times. Regulators promised immediate fixes after every exposure. But when attention fades, nothing changes. National standards have huge loopholes. The standard limits total lead, cadmium, and nickel, but sets no strict limit for nickel release, which is the real danger. A 2016 recommended standard lacks enforcement power. Testing agencies report that nickel content meets standards while ignoring release levels that are over 100 times higher. Release levels aren't mandatory. The fatal problem is the regulatory system's flawed design. Jewelry is a non-mandatory certified product, requiring no 3C certification or production license. Anyone with a 5,000 yuan machine can start a business. No environmental assessments or permits needed. In Yiwu, dozens of sand gold factories hide in residential buildings, producing secretly at night. Wastewater is pumped into drains, ignored by regulators. E-commerce platforms only do formal reviews. In 2024, the Supreme People's Court ruled platforms aren't liable if they remind sellers to provide qualifications. This gives platforms a free pass. Regulators have become accomplices. The jewelry industry is a pillar in Yiwu and Guangzhou, contributing huge taxes. In 2024, Yiwu's jewelry market was worth 80 billion yuan. How could local governments act? In November, Shanghai checked 28 businesses. 8 batches failed, with excess cadmium, nickel, and lead. Businesses were told to stop selling. However, no national cleanup or enforcement followed. In China, the system doesn't protect public health. Serving the people is just CCP political branding. Allowing inferior products to flood the market and ignoring harm is typical CCP operation. To them, the Chinese people are merely walking organ banks and endless sources of profit.